Hello everyone. This week we are going to focus on Chapter 5, Market Segmenting, Targeting, and Positioning. Let's look at some of the learning objectives for this week. Number 1, distinguish between target marketing and mass marketing and explain what led to the rise of each. Describe how targeted marketing can benefit firms. Explain why companies differentiate among their customers. Number 2, understand and outline the ways in which markets are segmented. Explain why marketers use some segmentation bases versus others. Describe the factors that some markets are more attractive than others. Describe the different marketing segmenting strategies companies pursue and why. Outline the marketing segmentation strategies used in global markets. Explain why positioning is an important element when it comes to targeting consumers. Describe how a product can be positioned and mapped. Explain what repositioning is designed to do. Let's look at the differences between targeted marketing and mass marketing. But before we do that, let's examine some of the major concepts we're going to work with. What are market segments? Market segments are created based on dividing or segmenting people and organizations into different groups of potential buyers with similar characteristics. We are targeting segments by selecting market segments to pursue with different marketing plans. And when we do positioning, we're actually creating a preferred position of the company's products in the minds of consumers. So first and foremost, we're going to explain what target marketing is, what mass marketing is, and what are the major differences between the two. Mass marketing or undifferentiated marketing is the shotgun approach to marketing and involves mass production and selling the same product to everybody. Examples of mass marketing are Henry Ford and Model T. Targeted marketing or differentiated marketing, on the other hand, is the rifle approach and involves targeting specific customers by differentiating some aspect of marketing for different groups of customers selected. Examples of targeted marketing are Alfred Sloan and the GM in the 1950s. What are some of the characteristics of mass marketing and targeted marketing? Let's outline them one by one. So in mass marketing, we are selling the same product to all consumers. Number one, it came first. It evolved with mass production, and it's the so-called shotgun approach. Targeted marketing involves selecting a group of consumers for marketing. It's a relatively new phenomenon, and it's a rifle approach. Let's look at some of the benefits of segmenting and targeting markets. The process of segmenting can avoid a hands-on competition with other firms trying to capture the same customers, develop new offerings and expand profitable brands and product lines, remarket older, less profitable products and brands, identify early adopters, redistribute money and sales efforts to focus on most profitable customers, retain at-risk customers in danger of defecting to competitors. The trend is toward more precise targeted marketing. You're using marketing tools such as statistics from the US Census Bureau, buying patterns, loyalty card scanned of current customers, browsing pattern traffic, blog surveys and polls, personal experiences. Companies are now also using the internet, social media to track people's web browsing patterns and segment them into target groups. Getting a read on potential target markets doesn't necessarily have to involve technology. Segmenting and targeting of current customers involve the following steps. Number one, finding and attracting new customers is generally more difficult than retaining current customers. In addition to studying customers' buying patterns, firms also try to get a better understanding of their customers by surveying them or hiring market research firms to do so or utilizing loyalty programs. Many firms use different social media channels such as Facebook and Twitter to develop closer relationships to their customers. Regardless of how well companies know their customers, it's very important to remember that some customers are highly profitable, others are not, and others actually end up costing your firm money to serve. So there's a rule of 80-20. The rule of 80-20 says that 20% of your customers actually bring 80% of your revenue. So in our marketing efforts, we should focus on those 20% of the customers. Some firms deliberately untarget unprofitable customers, and there's a concept that's called one-to-one marketing, which is a process that outlines the steps companies take to target their best customers, form very close personal relationships with them, and give them what they want. The one-to-one marketing steps are the following. Number one, establish short-term measures to evaluate your efforts. And we need to answer the following questions. How will the effort be measured? What will the revenues, transactions, or other measured be? Number two, identify your customers, gather all relevant information, establish good contact information. Number three, differentiate among your customers. Which customers are the most valuable for your business? Which customers are the least valuable? This is where we're going to apply the 80-20 rule. Number four, interact with your customers, targeting your best ones. Number five, customize your products and marketing messages to meet their needs. Let's look at segmentation bases going forward. So what are segmentation bases? These are criteria used to classify and divide buyers into different groups, and these help a company in getting a fuller picture of its customers and create a real value for them. Some of the segmentation bases are behavioral, demographic, geographic, and psychographic. Behavioral, the behavioral base outlines what benefits do customers want and how do they want to use the product. Demographic answers the question, what are the customers like? Geographic, where are the customers located and how can they be reached? Psychographic, what do customers think about and value? How do they live their values? First and foremost, we're going to delve into segmenting by behavior. This segmentation divides customers into groups according to their behavior with or towards the products. Customers may be divided into groups based on the benefits. Benefit segmentation. They seek from the product their usage rates or the way they use the product. Here are some examples. Benefits. Do customers buy toothpaste based on its price, ability to whiten teeth, fight tooth decay, freshen breath, or something else? Usage rates. Harrah Casinos gathers information about how often their customers gamble. Use of product. Glad press and seal plastic wrap has been used in ways the companies never could imagine. The next segmentation basis is demographics. Demographics are actually very frequently used to segment markets because demographic information is publicly available in databases around the world. A few are shown below: age, income, gender, family life cycle, ethnicity. Another segmentation base is geographic segmentation, which divides buyers by where they're located. Geocoding is the process of plotting geographic marketing information on a map. Geodemographics combines both demographic and geographic information for marketing purposes. Let's look at segmenting by psychographics. Several things happening here. We need to answer the following three questions: how they rank, the importance of specific buying criteria, what is of high priority to our customers, why consumers behave the way they do. Psychographic information is frequently gathered via extensive surveys that ask people about their activities, interests, opinions, attitude, values, and life cycles. One of the most well-known psychographic surveys is the VAL survey, which originally stood for Values, Attitude, and Life Cycles and was developed by a company called SRI International in the late 1980s. There are several VAL types, and they're all listed here on the slide: innovators, thinkers, achievers, experiencers, believers, strivers, makers, and survivors. Next, we're going to focus on segmentation in B2B markets. Many of the segmentation bases are the same as used in consumer markets. Geographic and behavior segmentation are common. Compared to consumer markets, there are fewer behavioral and needs-based segments in B2B markets. According to Harrison, Haig, and Haig, the behavior or needs-based segments in B2B markets include the following: price-focused, quality and brand-focused, service-focused, partnership-focused. Apart from traditional ways, trade shows, and direct mail campaigns of reaching B2B markets, new ways are being explored, including cost-effective ways like email campaigns, search engine marketing, and utilizing social media. Let's look at some of the targeting criteria. The targeting criteria are the following: can the market be profitable? Is it a growing market? Is there room for a new competitor? Is the market accessible? Are resources available to serve this market? What is the fit with present business mission and objectives? Henry Ford proved that mass marketing can work, at least for a while. Mass marketing is efficient because you don't have to tailor any part of the offering for different groups. You don't have to create different marketing campaigns for different target audiences, which of course involves more work and costs more money. Multi-segment marketing can allow firms to respond to demographic changes and other trends in markets. It can also help companies weather the economic downturn by allowing customers to trade up or down among brands and products. Concentrated marketing involves targeting a very select group of customers. It can be a very risky strategy because companies really have all the eggs in one basket. Then we have several more types of marketing. Niche marketing, which involves targeting an even more select group of customers, and micro-targeting, which is a new effort to isolate markets and target them. It's also called narrowcasting. The graph 5.9 illustrates how we target in global markets. So in global markets, we can use either mass indifferentiated marketing or targeted differentiated marketing strategies. The targeted or differentiated marketing strategies can be split further into multi-segment marketing and concentrated marketing. And under concentrated marketing, we have three subcategories: niche marketing, one-on-one marketing, and micro-targeting. Let's look at positioning and repositioning different products. Positioning really focuses on how consumers perceive a product relative to the competition. Companies want to have a distinctive image and offering that stands out from the competition in the minds of consumers. And then we create a perceptual map, which is a two-dimensional graph that visually shows where your product stands or should stand relative to your competitors. This is an example of a perceptual map. Repositioning is an effort to move a product to a different place in the minds of consumers. If a product faces competition, its product will need to think about, sorry, if a product faces competition, the manufacturer will need to think about how to position in the marketplace to competing products. Positioning is how consumers view a product relative to the competition. Repositioning, on the other hand, is an effort to move a product to a different place in the minds of consumers. They both are very important concepts in today's marketing. This concludes our chapter on market segmenting, targeting, and positioning.